like Brad's Barbershop.
Brad's Barber.
Brad's Barber.
Brad's the Barber. Brad Barber. Brad's Barber on 3rd Avenue.
Brad's is the place to go.
I'm Brad Angel, owner of Brad's Barbershop on 115 3rd Avenue, Radford. Then this is my first business. I just believe that there's a cry out there for the old-fashioned barbershop. I think men want a place to go where it's all men and they can talk about cars or football or hunting or guns or whatever it is they want to talk about.
I like Brad's Barbershop because it's just a small time feel, small town, you know, like old school. He does the hair right, and he does exactly what you say, and I really like that.
So 1, 2, and then maybe 3 where I round the corner and then trim the top.
Yes,
okay.
Well, I've gone to other places, and you know, it's like, oh, you just get your hair cut and you leave. But you go to Brad's, you get like an experience.
I really enjoyed the $10 haircuts because I'm on a college budget. Also, I like the old school feel it has.
He's very genuine and he actually cares about his customers. He puts his heart into it, and that's all that matters.
Barbershop the word barbershop came from the Latin word barba, which means beard. Before World War II, when the safety razor was invented, you know, most people, all you had to shave with was a straight razor. So, and it's harder to shave yourself with a straight razor than it is to shave somebody else with a straight razor. So, you know, people went to the barber more often, you know, maybe 2 or 3 times a week to get a face shave, and they would only go once a month for a haircut. So in the early days, pre-World War II, you went to the barber more often for a shave than you did for a haircut. You know, in the late 60s and early 70s, when the hippie movement came about, you know, people started growing their hair longer, and back then barbers were not necessarily trained. If you went to barber school, you could pick what you wanted to do and only study that. You know, they only knew how to do crew cuts and flat tops. So whether barbers just did not want to cut long hair or whether they didn't know how, the old-fashioned barbershop in the 60s and 70s really started to fade away.
I like going to Brad's Barbershop because really nowhere around Radford has like the traditional feel that Brad's does.
The prices are reasonable. He's got flexible hours, and you know, he's really accommodating, and we just really get along. So I like the camaraderie down here. You know, you meet a lot of interesting people, and it's a small town barber feels.
Yeah, it's really authentic. It feels like an old school, like a really old barber. He's got like the chairs going on, like some old chairs. Just gives you like a real authentic feel, like back in the day.
You know, everybody that comes in here that you know, has just found out about my barbershop and want to know how long I've been here, they're like, "Daggum, you've been here a year and I didn't know about you." But I think it's just a comfortable, nice man's atmosphere where they come in here and you can reflect. I mean, I have older gentlemen see the razor strop on the wall and they'll say, "Man, I remember those, you know, mostly getting whipped with one." And I think there was really a want for an old-fashioned, nostalgic, small-town barbershop with, you know, with the antique Coca-Cola sign on the wall and the Orange Crush and RC and, you know, the old Norman Rockwell pictures. I think, you know, it was not just the old-fashioned feel, but there needed to be a place where men or young men could go and feel comfortable. And I think that's what I've tried to provide. You know, you've got the old Coke machine, you can get you a bag of peanuts, grab you a Coke out of the Coke machine, and sit down and enjoy watching Andy Griffith and Beverly Hillbillies while I wait. in the barber shop, and of course they had no teeth, and they weighed about 300 pounds, and no bra, and all that kind of good stuff. And they came in. We were my partner that I was in there with was in the process of cutting this grandson's hair, and the lady asked about the hair. She said, "Can I have some of the hair?" And he said, "Well, sure." He said, "What do you want it for?" And she said, "Well, it's good to keep the deer out of your garden." And he said, thinking she had, tomatoes and turnip greens and stuff like that. He said, "What kind of garden do you have?" She said, "Well, it's a marijuana patch." And she lived in East Tennessee somewhere like Bristol or something. All right, Stan.